Now, I paid $10,000 for a lot of stupid stuff, but not to watch something.
What's one stupid thing that you paid $10,000 for?
I paid $10,000 for a $10,000 bill or Federal Reserve note that I found out later had been thrown out of during like the early 1900s, had been thrown out of the window of a Federal Reserve bank when the bank caught on fire, and they were just throwing these banknotes out the window. And so then later on, shortly after that, because the public just were able to grab up a bunch of these big banknotes, so they were devalued. They were like considered null and void. You know, they weren't of any value. I didn't know that, and this beautiful $10,000 banknote I wound up buying because I sort of collect like paper money.
Yeah.
I've got, and you know, everybody likes to collect paper money, but I have some, you know, a bunch of $500 bills, a bunch of $1,000 bills, and so I wanted a $10,000. So I got this, had the opportunity to buy it and bought this $10,000 banknote, thinking that at minimal value it was worth $10,000, only to find out later that it was one of those notes that had been thrown out the window of this burning bank and wasn't worth $10,000 anymore.
What was it worth?
It's still collectible, and it's probably worth about $2,000.
Oh, that's an $8,000 hit.
Yeah, that's me. That's what I said. I've paid $10,000 for some dumb things before in my life.
Oh boy. All right, let's get into the questions from the fans.
I'm looking at a. Well, I probably shouldn't even tell it.
No, say it. What?
I'm looking at a charcoal piece of artwork on my wall right now. Just looking at it, that I paid $75,000 for.
Oh, jeez, King. 75,000.
Yeah, but right now, from the time I bought it, now it's valued at $125,000.
What's the most expensive thing, other than like a house or a car or stuff like that? What's the most probably obscure, expensive thing you ever paid for?
Well, this Norman Rockwell original piece of art, probably.
Okay. What's the second most? Maybe
the Batmobile.
Yeah. Well, those are good pieces, though. Those are.
Yes, I mean, when you're a collector or stuff, those are good pieces.
Those are good pieces.